Hey everyone, welcome back to the Ask David Bullock Show. I'm David Bullock, and today I'm going to be answering the question which just about every single parent asks me when they come into my office, and that is, how do I protect myself when I have a teenage driver that's out on the roads driving my car? Welcome to the Ask David Bullock Show. All right, so for you parents out there, this video is for you. You have a child, their child's 15 years old, they're looking to get their restricted or their learner's permit, and then they're going to reach 16, and then they're going to be out on the roads by themselves, which is probably a nightmare to you, and you're wondering, oh my gosh, for everything that we've worked for, how do we protect ourselves from liability if anything should happen with our teenage driver? So there's a couple things that you need to be worried about. When you have a minor driver that's out driving one of your cars, when you sign off for that restricted or learner's permit, you've assumed the obligation for the minor driver until they reach the age of 18, and that includes once they have their actual permit. So until they reach the age of 18, as the parent, you're responsible for them and you have an obligation for any liability that they may cause. So, and then also once they are over 18, so they go away to college, if you are the titled owner of the car in which they're driving and they hit something or they hit someone else, then as the owner of that vehicle, you also share an obligation. So unfortunately, there's really not much that you can do as far as trying to protect yourself. About the only thing that you can do is to make sure that you have the required insurance coverage. The bare minimum that you can carry in the state of Florida is $10,000 for bodily injury coverage, but what you really want to make sure of is make sure that you carry more than what the minimum is. And we always recommend, it obviously depends on your assets and what you're trying to protect, but at least $100,000 or more, or maybe picking up an umbrella policy just to make sure that you have the correct coverage necessary when you have a teenage driver that's out on the roads. There are some other ways in which you can try to title the car differently, but there's also some other considerations to take into account for when you try to title different assets and different names or different entities' names. But the best recommendation that I can give to all of you is make sure that you talk to your insurance agent and that you have the correct liability coverage, or you at least raise your bodily injury liability limits when you do have that teenage driver. So I appreciate everyone watching the Ask David Bullock Show. Continue to ask your questions and follow us right here to see how the law might affect you.